everybody, and welcome to Sweet History, where we cover the most glorious desserts from all over the world and their history. We intend on teaching all of you guys how to become master chefs so you can keep passing down old recipes that delight our lives.
Today we are going to talk about our all-time favorite dessert, the floating Iceland. This dessert is a typical French dish which consists of meringue floating on crema anglaise, which is vanilla custard combined with other ingredients.
According to research, the first version of this recipe was written by the father of classic French cuisine, François-Pierre de Laverne. In his cookbook, Les Cuisines François, excuse my French, this book contained a recipe for œufs à la neige, bringing in the classic floating island dessert.
He was inspired by the wonder and beauty in it. Even though France could get easily busted, François found his inspiration in the unspoiled details of living there. As we already mentioned, he was dedicated to cooking and he did a wonderful job coming up with this dessert.
For this delicious dish, you will need 4 largest a can of condensed milk, a bag of milk. We're using whole milk, 7 big spoons of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extra, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch.
The first step is separating the egg yolks from the whites. You have to be very careful doing this step, otherwise the meringue won't turn out the way you want. That would be very discomforting.
Before you do the meringue, you pour the bag of milk in a deep pan on medium heat and you add the teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Then you have to beat the weight on full step. If you feel around and nothing spill, then you can add 6 spoons of sugar. You add the whole baking, and once the sugar is fully dissolved, you squeeze half a lemon. There you have a meringue.
Now you add a spoon of sugar into the milk. That should be hot by now, but not boiled. You cannot boil the milk. And with the help of 2 spoons, you can shape the meringue into something that looks like balls.
While the meringue cooks, you take the yolks and add the can of condensed milk and the teaspoon of cornstarch, and you whisk very fast for a few minutes until it has a lighter color.
Once the meringue is done, you can incorporate the yolks into the leftover milk while straining the milk. It's very important that you strain until it's thinking and turn a sauce, because if you can't stop, you can lumps or it won't condense.
When the sauce is done, you're basically done too. All you need to do is plate your dessert with the sauce at the bottom and the meringue floating on the surface, just like a floating island. Look at that view!